friends to my channel, JB's Crochet. I'm Amber, and today is the last day of December. Woo! Here's to 2024. Here's to 2024, and here's to another year that hopefully it's a better year for a lot of us. So today I'm going to open up the last. You know what? I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I want to open up the last two today or if I want to open up one today and one tomorrow. I think I'll just do that. So, let's see. I thought about starting with, hello, Lisa. I wanted to go on a little sooner after Kim was over, but I decided to get dishes washed. I did not get my dishwasher started. Oh well, I'll have to do that when I'm done. But it took a little longer to get the dishes done than I expected, so that's why it's 9:30 instead of 9, because 9 o'clock was the absolute latest I wanted to start. So I am going to talk about this scarf today and my poncho that I'm working on. My poncho's kind of on a bit of a pause for the moment. I could keep going, but I had to contact the designer, and hopefully they get back to me as soon as possible so I can finish the pattern. Hello, Michelle J. So yeah, in the pattern, at least in the video, she explains that you do an increase round after you do a certain other round. Well, in the written pattern, that one certain round is missing between the round before that one and the increase round. So it's on the blog and it's in the written video, and so I went and I left a comment on her video, and hopefully she'll get back to me as soon as possible so I can know whether or not I just need to do as the written pattern says, or if I'm supposed to do how she explains it in the video. So good morning, everybody. So we're doing horizontal today. I got some feedback, not necessarily to my lives, but that, from other people saying that they preferred these horizontals versus the verticals. So I'm going to try the vertical and see how that goes. My video kind of looks a little slower than me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open my Advent box. Color. No, this is 31. And then there's a January 1st. So I do have one more to open. Ooh, I can already see this one popping out. It's a beauty. It's a beauty. So how is everybody doing today on the last day of the year? Does anybody have any celebratory plans? Are any of you in the... Are anybody... Excuse me. Is anybody in the... into tomorrow already in the new year? How's the new year going so far for you guys? I know there's a few that watch Kim from ahead of time. Your joints ache a little. That stinks. Can't wait to be done with work. Well, I hope you get off and have some fun tonight and celebrate the new year. Hopefully it goes quickly for you and is uneventful. So here is our color. It is a teal color. It is beautiful. I love this teal. It's a jewel tone. I would call this a jewel tone teal. And it is a dark teal. I want to hold it up. Do I have two dark teals? No. This is dark teal. This is deep teal. Not a big difference in those two. But here is the light teal. I would have expected to have a little bit more of a gradient. Those are the teals. I can kind of see how it fits in with them, but these two dark ones are almost identical. In person, this dark teal or the deep teal is a little darker. I think you can kind of see it in the camera there. I'm not sure. Isn't that pretty though? I love that color. So I went through and I put all the gradients together that I had. There's a few that I'm a little like, the golds and the yellows I wasn't too sure on. So I have my blue gradient, my green gradient, and then these are, this is a yellow, like a butter. And then this one is, here we go. This is marigold, so this is part of the gold. But let me move these teals out of the way. If I move these, the blues and greens out of the way, move these two gradients out off the top. So here is a gold, right? You would think marigold would go with golds. But when it comes to these, like, I wasn't too sure. Good morning, Kimberly. So here, this is a pinks gradient. This is, I put these together, even though on Hirschner's website, these four don't really gradient together. And then I have my purple gradient, and I have my browns, and then here is my yellows and golds right here. So like, I wasn't really sure which of the yellows and which of the golds went with, you know, what yellows went with yellows and golds went with golds. So I just, yeah, they're all in one group. Yellows and golds to me are honestly the same group, you know, because gold to me is a yellowish color. So that's how I look at it. How is everybody doing? Those of you coming in. I know this is kind of a weird time of the morning to go live, but y'all, I got dishes done, so that way I could come over here and do this and not, you know, get too much of a gripe from the hubby that, you know, I'm not getting housework done first. So there's that. Trying to get motivated. I hear ya. It's gonna be another one of those bleh kind of, no, not, I wouldn't say like mood wise, but just it's dreary outside again for us. We are expecting snow on Thursday, so I don't know. It is gloomy out for us too. So Kimberly, let's talk about this. So Juan, the yarn addict, is doing a make along, and his requirements, it's not a specific thing that he's making. He literally is just calling it a make along, and he's just gonna do like a video of everybody's submissions a couple months down the road. And so we have January and February basically, because the submissions are due by March 1st, I believe. Anyway, his requirements to do the make along, if you want to participate, it has to be bigger than 6 inches. It has to be blue and purple. It can include black, grays, silvers, whites, you know, as your like as a neutral color to put with it if you need to. But it cannot have any other colors but blue and purple. Well, like I said, blacks, grays, any shades of those colors I just mentioned. And then it can have glitz in it. It can have the sparkle, but it has to be a silver sparkle. It can't be like a gold or a red or a green sparkle or a rainbow sparkle. It has to be in that neutral group of the blacks and grays and whites. So I went downstairs to my stash to see what I had. And let me tell y'all, he said blue and purple, right? Let me show you what I found. I have this, and it has both colors in it, of all shades. Hello, Lana. And so I am going to make this with this, because I have been trying to figure out what I wanted to make with this. So, Kimberly, it uses a bulky weight yarn, and this is not bulky. So, thankfully, in the pattern, it tells you to do the cowl part until you get to a certain length. So that to me tells me that as long as I can get this, no, there is no pink in this. This is all purples. It's a light purple right here and blues. That is all purple and blue. It's hard to get it to come across the screen, but you can kind of see the purple right there. So yeah, that is purples and blues. And then I was thinking you did two together. Well, this is what I was thinking, Kimberly. So maybe I could do that, maybe? Because, I don't know. I think I'm just going to do it with the one strand and see how it turns out. Because it does tell me to repeat this until I get it to so many inches. Hello, Tina. So, for the cowl part, the part that's cream right here, I was actually thinking of doing this heather gray with this. You know, that way, I don't know. I think the cowl would be fine with this color, but I think having a solid would be fun. But this is more of a heathered gray, so I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Oh, you're waiting at the doctor's. Oh, I hope you're just waiting for like a normal, you know. Hello, little Carrie. Hopefully you're waiting at the doctor's for just a very simple checkup reason. Nothing too worrisome. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because it says a number 5 yarn. Hello, Erin. So they use any bulky weight, number 5 yarn. But instead of bulky weight yarn number 5, you can use a double strand of light worsted number 3 weight yarn. I mean, wouldn't I still get the same thing if I just did a smaller, right? A medical procedure on your back. Well, I hope it makes you feel better. That it is, you know, pain-free, you know. No, the gray isn't sparkly. It's just a heather gray. I don't have any sparkly gray, so it was either this or one of the creams that I had downstairs, and I was like, or the whites that I had, and I was like, I don't know. Should I do white with it instead? Or do you think this heather gray would be fun? What do y'all think? I don't know, this is what I initially went to after looking at the white. So, Erin, this is, those of you just coming in, Juan is doing that make-along where you have to use blue and purple. It's blue and purple in the same yarn. I don't have to change colors. So, I'm going to make this with it. And I was thinking this gray now I know there's cream down here where they striped it, but I'm just going to do cream here and then do these parts, the scarf part in this. Oh, good, Tina. Well, I'm glad it alleviates. Pray for quick pain relief. I mean, Kimberly knows. I'm just going to do whatever I want, even though you guys help me. Okay. Wear gray. Oh, sorry. Lana, are you talking about... So I'm going to do the gray here around the neck, and then the 2 scarf pieces. I believe you make it in 2 scarf pieces, right, Kimberly? Is it made in 3 pieces? The cowl and the scarf. Assembly. Attach the... Okay, no, it's just the... So fold the turtleneck Attach the scarf to the cowl, fold the scarf in half. So it's a scarf and a cowl put together. Oh, sorry, Lana. So where they did the cream, here, I'm going to do gray, this gray. But I'm not going to do it here where they changed, see where the cream is, the stripe here? I'm not going to do that. I'm literally going to use this and let the colors fall where they fall. So it'll stripe itself. So I really think that would turn out great. This came at the most perfect time, Kimberly. So I love that you shared this with Marty on her live the other night and showed us yours. Because now that I have this, I'm like, ooh. And then I went downstairs to look for my yarn to see what to make, not necessarily to make this with, but just what blue and purple I had. I had this, and then when I saw it, I went, ooh, I could make that scarf hooded thingy with it. So it's actually made in 2 pieces. So I'll make the cowl in this, and then the scarf will be in this, and then I will attach them however they tell me to attach them. The assembly is right here. That's awesome. Well, and I like scarves for the most part, but we'll see. It'll either be for me, or I may end up, if somebody else ends up liking it more than me or something, and they go, ooh, I really love that, and I'll go, well, here, take it. I'll make another one. Or if they want it made in a different color, I can make it in a different color, So I thought about starting this because I can't really finish my poncho. So let me show you my poncho. Sorry for getting all up in your grill here. It works up fast when you use bulky weight yarn, but I do have 2 cakes of the purple and blue, but it calls for the adult size, it calls for 490 yards of one-stranded bulky weight. And between the 2, I have 800. So I could almost double them up to make the scarf. I think I'm just going to try it in the regular, just one-stranded and see what happens. I'll probably run let's see, what is the size of the hook they recommend? So they recommend a 5 with this. I think I'm going to run it with a 6. Hello, Samantha. So I think I'm going to use a 6 so it gives it that flowiness, right? You think 1 would be enough? 6 or 6.5? So, well, I hope you feel better, Samantha. So I thought about starting this today while I was chatting with you guys. But let me show you my poncho. I keep wanting to call it my cowl, but it's my poncho. I can't really work on it, I don't feel like, because of I don't know if you guys heard me talk about the issue that I'm having with it. So, I circled these rounds right here. And, I do not, Samantha. So the rounds that I circled on the pattern here are increase rounds, and it just gives me a visual to know that I'm coming up on an increase round and to, see if I'm in the right spots. But before round 24, okay, so before the increase round, there is a round that you do where you do your split single crochets so many times, and then you skip one of the single crochets from the previous row, and then you go into the last one before the chain space. And then when you come around with the increase round, you skip the last one before the chain space. Well, before round 24, I don't have the round that tells me to skip one and do one into the last one before the chain space. So I'm wondering if there isn't a typo, or they missed a round or something, or if it was done intentionally. If there is not meant to be that final round before the increase, if that makes sense. So it's skip one and then you single crochet into 2, where it should be the last one before the increase round. It should be slip. What are these called again? split single crochet into one before the chain 2 space. On the video, that's why I'm curious, because in the video she explains that where you don't have to follow a pattern if you just figure out the pattern where you do X amount of stitches before, because as you're going through each round, you're moving the skipped single crochet over, if that makes sense. And that's what creates the pattern that you have, this like wave pattern. So the skipped single crochet moves across the row as you're each round. And so you do your one in your, you do a single crochet into your chain 2 space, then you do one into the first single crochet, and then you skip one, and then you do it into, and then you split single crochet into the rest of them to the next chain 2 space. And then the next round you come around and you go one into the chain 2 space, 1, 2, and then you skip one. And then you do the next round and you do one into the chain 2 space, 1, 2, 3, skip one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, skip one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip one. The last one where you do one after the skipped single crochet is missing from the rounds, and so that's why I reached out and I asked in the comments of her video, asking if it was done intentionally that way or if there is a missing round that should be there. So I have to wait. All right, Lana. So yeah, in the tutorial she explains that that's the pattern you follow, right? And so before your increase round, you're going to have your last round before the increase round is going to be X amount of stitches, skip one, into the last one. And then you go back, and then you start your repeat. You do this repeat all the way around the round. Oh, I can. I should be able to. Yeah, that's right. I should do that too. Because I did buy the pattern from her store, so I should do that too. But I'm going to give it a little bit and see if she responds to... Or I might do that as soon as I get off here, Kimberly. That's not a bad idea. Thank you for making me remember, or remind me of that. I didn't even think of that. So, yeah. I'm not done with round 23, so I could work on that. Good morning, Jeremy. But yeah, so I'm just wondering if, you know, because somebody who's not paying attention could just, you know, follow this pattern and miss that round. And I don't, you know, that's why I want to make sure I'm not missing something. Because I went and looked at the other increase rounds, and before them, they have the round that they're supposed to have, if that makes sense. So this one area is the one that's just missing it. So, okay. So I'm going to start with a 6 on the scarf, I think. So technically he said it starts on January 1st, but he said because he's putting everything out there, we can start it early. So I'm gonna start with a 6. I'm gonna do a 6 because the yarn calls for a 5. Should I do the cowl first or should I do the scarf? Cowl or scarf first? Which one? Sorry for the finger in the face there. I got up early this morning, Samantha. My youngest, for some reason, 6 a.m. hits and he's just like, oh, it's time to get up. You might make a bag for the make along. So, should I do the scarf or the cowl first? I mean, the cowl is listed in the... I do not, Samantha, I do not get it. So I wish you all the best that it goes away for you. Or that you find relief from it. I might just do the cowl since it's the first one listed on here anyway. So, you did the scarf first, I hate how they have the child on the outside of the parentheses because it throws me off that I have to look inside the parentheses. I know. I'm just, you know, which one do I pick? Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Which one do I go with first? My brain did the exact thing, though, is, you know, if what I see first is what I do first. You know, that's just how my brain works. Hello, Joanne, and thank you for your cowl recommendation. So, it says to chain 46, and then I have to repeat the row 2 until I have 8 inches. So yeah, Erin was just trying to help you with a medicine for your acid reflux. So yeah, no, I don't have to deal with that, thank goodness. That's why you're not helping me anymore, right, Kimberly? You're just gonna be like, you know what, here's what I think, but you're gonna do whatever you want. I do take your guys', you know, recommendations to heart. I just, you know. No, I really do. It just happened to work out that way with the poncho. I really want to work on it and get it done, though, because I really want to find out if I'm going to wear it. I keep making all these things for me. Permanently, maybe not. It probably won't go away permanently, Samantha, but it will maybe help it go away. It also helps on what you eat, too. If you eat things that you know give it to you, then, you know, or if you eat too much, you can do it that way, too. So, you can give it, there's all kinds of reasons that you could have it, and it could just be faulty stuff going on, too. Who knows? I'm not a doctor, so I can't help you with that. So, chain 46. 46, y'all. You ready to count with me? Don't mess me up. 1, 2, 3, 4. It helps if my hook doesn't fall out of this. I hope you guys aren't working on anything. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can't go more than 3 before my hook falls out. 12. 13, 14, dang it, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. You did get the giant ribbing done on your cardigan? Nice. Okay, so that's 46. If I counted right. So now I'm going to crochet in the 3rd chain hook, then okay, so it's alternating between double crochets and single crochets. Interesting. Just have to make 2 sleeves. Kimberly, I may come to you to ask you to make me like a cardigan or something. I don't know what it is about them that I think my issue is putting them together, and so I try to find ones that are done in minimal sewing or attaching. So like this, I'm kind of curious how this attaches. I haven't looked that far into it, but it looks like it shouldn't be too bad. Where'd the assembly go? So here, huh. I don't know, we'll see. I'll have to finish the pieces to understand the assembly, because the assembly doesn't really, you know, make sense yet. So, mine is definitely not going to be a bulky one. Oh, I have my stitch markers in my cart, and I meant to order them yesterday, but I will get that done soon. I haven't forgotten completely. Hello, Jay. Welcome back. Are we working on anything today? I am starting a scarf thingy, turtleneck scarf. It depends, Samantha, on the severity of your acid reflux. You know, some people have to take medicine every day, and some people just get it occasionally and can take over-the-counter medications, and it goes away for, you know, that moment. So, let's see. I started with a poncho obsession 2 years ago. Now it's cardigans. Well, this is my, excuse me. When I'm done with this one poncho, if I ever get done with it, it will only be the second one I've ever made. The first one I made was made with like one of the red heart, like parrot stripes or something, and it turned out way too colorful for me or something. I don't know. I ended up not keeping it. Yeah, and that's the best thing we can tell you, Samantha, is just see a doctor. See your family doctor, your family physician, and ask them about it, because we are not doctors on here. We can't help you. Oh, okay. Raglan sweater. See, that's another. So that poncho is kind of raglan style, I guess, because you're making it from the top down. Yep. That's what, yeah, Jeremy's got it. So every blue moon, if I eat too much or I don't know if there's anything I specifically eat, but, you know, definitely if you eat too much, sometimes it can, you know, expand the opening too and cause things to go up there. So, yep, my best suggestion, Samantha, is just go see a doctor and get your answers. I need to go back to the page I was on. So yeah, I don't know if I showed you guys this. Those of you that are just coming in, I am working on this for that is my make-along for Juan's make-along that he's got going. So it has to be purple and blue. And I found this. Yep. It's no fun. I don't think I have the acid reflux, but every once in a while I get the heartburn. And that's what I refer to as that. I mean, that's essentially what heartburn is acid reflux, in a way. So yeah, just wait to see what your doctor says. I know you're probably anxious to hear back. So, does anybody have New Year's Eve plans to celebrate this eve today, or are you guys all just hanging out at home? Or I think we're gonna go see some fireworks. Our city does fireworks after dark, so about 6 o'clock. Thank goodness New Year's falls during the winter, like the time change, because then it gets dark sooner. Whereas during the summer, when it's the 4th of July, they do fireworks, but not till 9, 10 o'clock at night. And it's like, I want to put these kids in bed. Thank goodness New Year's Eve, we can go watch the fireworks and come home, and if they need to go to bed, they can go to bed. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Penny. Everybody just kind of came in all at once here. Hold on. Is that a cinnamon swirl cake? Jeremy, yes, it is a cinnamon swirl cake. And is what I'm using for Juan's make-along. So he said purple and blue, and I said, okay. It's all in one color, or one cake. So I don't have to change colors. It makes me happy. So am I doing this right? Single crochet. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking down at this. See, this horizontally, I hold my work down here low, but you guys can't see it, so I have to hold it up. Not that you guys can really tell what I'm doing anyway. But yeah, the vertical gives me that working space where you guys can see what I'm doing. Not that it, like I said, not that you can really tell what I'm doing backwards, unless you learned how to crochet backwards like this. From, you know, a person. Michelle, you are, like we always say, you are never late. You are at the time you are meant to be here. Yeah, that's what you were saying. The pillow cover sounds awesome. Bernat, did you say Bernat blanket? What did you say? Bernat maker yarn. Okay, cool. Bernat maker. I feel like I've seen that, and I can't really visually remember for some reason. This is an interesting pattern, that's for sure. You are going, forgive me, I'm listening but cleaning. Oh, you're fine, Michelle. I'm going over to a friend's house. We are having pulled pork sliders. Nice. With shrimp caramel dip with apples and marshmallows. Remember, babe blanket I'm knitting with me. Cool. I have all the colors, but I want some of the mandala gradient in black. I have that one, Jeremy. Yes, Michelle, we missed you last night. Cotton nylon tube yarn. Cotton nylon tube yarn. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Now I know which one it is. Drink lots of water, Samantha. Lots of water. That will help with your headache. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't help with everybody's headaches, but we always tell my kids if their heads start hurting, we say, well, go drink some more water. Like we said, just wait for your doctor's advice, and yes, drink water, get rest, sit upright, don't lay down, because that will exacerbate the acid reflux. Try to sleep in a recliner if you can, or, you know, put some pillows, prop yourself up in your bed and like lay back on pillows instead of laying flat. So yeah, that's all the advice I can, you know, really give you. So I'm almost to the end. Oh, that's okay, Michelle. If it was an important conversation, I mean, that's way more important. We were playing with buttons on the Zoom last night. We were acting like kids last night. It was funny. So it was, yeah, we were playing with reactions and stuff. It was, we were all finding our favorites and playing with that, and we talked about everything. It was a good time, but you know, you gotta be in places you gotta be. So ginger ale, maybe, I don't know, because of the fizzy in it. The fizzy might exacerbate the acid reflux. All right, so the last chain should be, the last stitch must be a single crochet. Yes, ma'am, or yes, sir, or yes, okay. So last one is a single crochet. So I think I have the right. Yeah, ginger tea might be better than ginger ale. Just because of the fizzy in the ginger ale. Might not be what you want. Let's see. Do I turn? Do I chain it all? Because it doesn't say, oh no, chain 2. Okay, chain 2. Yeah. See, that's the thing. You would have to let it go flat and not have that fizzy. So, chain 2, double crochet. So, single crochet in the next. So I just alternate double crochet, single crochet back and forth, Kimberly. This kind of feels like the crunch stitch in a way, but, or the, what's the other one? Not the rice stitch, but not the rice stitch. Is it rice? Yep, no sugars, no carbonation. Look at all that. Those are some different ways to get some relief. I mean, water's always the best medicine when it comes to, you know, pretty much everything. So we are exactly at 40 minutes, y'all. Are y'all having a good time today? Ooh, yes. Ginger tea with honey is amazing. It's a little on the bitter side, like not bitter side, but like, not bitter side. That's not what I meant to say. It has a bit of a heat to it. I mean, yes, it's a hot tea, but like, it, what am I trying to say here? It's like a spicy heat, but it's good. I don't have anywhere to put this, but in my lap. Ah, it's falling. I want to look up at you guys and watch the chat, but it disappears on me. See, now, the vertical, it doesn't disappear on me. Why does it do that? I want to see the chat. Live chat. Will it stay up if I do that? I want it to stay up. I don't want it to disappear. Ginger zinger tea. I don't know that I've heard of that, Jeremy. Nope, it disappears. For some reason on the vertical, it disappears as it goes up higher, but like I feel like it stays. I was able to see it there. I don't know. You win some and lose some when it comes to different streaming services, so I don't mind doing it straight through YouTube like this because I don't have to worry about logging into anything really. I just go into my YouTube app. It's already logged in. My hands, y'all, I just got done like sitting over the hot soapy water for like half an hour to an hour, and my hands are still kind of like coming out of that, like they're kind of pruny and dry now, and so this yarn does not feel soft to me. It doesn't feel as soft as it normally does. When I picked it up last night out of my stash, it definitely was soft and squishy. Happy New Year, Sandy. Is it New Year's for you already? Ooh. Ginger zinger tea. I'm going to have to remember that, which I may not, but ginger zinger tea. Ginger zinger tea. Ginger zinger tea. I think I'll remember that because of the zinger part. Okay, so you're 7 hours away from the New Year's. We are 14 hours, so we're about twice as much, double what you are. My watch wasn't unlocked yet. Okay, y'all, give me some ideas of things that I could do. I haven't really put a lot of thought into if, you know, I want to make any changes to my channel in the new year or what, but I don't necessarily want to Okay, so Japan reached the new year. Cool. I'm not necessarily looking for content to grow my channel per se, but just keep it fresh. That's all I'm wanting to do. So over the last 8 months, 10 months, 8 months, April 1st is when I started doing this. April 1st, so April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So 9 months I've been doing this. So over the last 9 months, you guys, well, I don't know that all of you have been following me for the last 9 months, but if you have, or even in the last few months, you know, whatever it has been, what is something you've enjoyed watching other than just listening to me talk? Because obviously I love to listen to myself talk because I can't stop talking sometimes. You know, like on April 8th, so next year will be 1 year creating content. I know, right, Sandy? April 1st was my first day that I posted. That, if I remember correctly, it's April 1st. Technically, I've had a channel for like 10 years or something like that. Not an account, but a channel, because I've been homeschooling for, you know, my daughter's 13, so I was going to start a homeschooling channel, at least I thought I was, many years ago, and I never did. Hello, Tammy. So yeah, I don't know, like, do I keep it blog style where I just come on here and, because after tomorrow I'm not gonna have anything to open. My Advent's done, so I don't really have, like, you know, I started doing this thing where I show you my Advent calendar or countdown box, and then I work on something for an hour between the two things, you know, or I show you things that I've finished, you know, or the progress I've made from day to day. I don't know if I want to, you know, is that, I keep doing that, add to it, like, I kind of want to do some sort of, like, crochet along or make along, but I don't know what, you know? Yeah, same, Sandy. It's been forever ago that I started um, a channel on YouTube, but, like, actually actively posting and all that wasn't until this year. I think it was April 1st when my first posted video. And I am almost at 1,300 people, which is mind blowing to me that I even have over 1,000. Like, y'all, I feel so blessed. And I had someone gift memberships yesterday, and that was, like, mind blowing, and just everything that's happening is just so amazing. So the thing is I would find some way to do, like, you know, if we could get, like, a kind of like Juan was doing with, like, a book, you know, where you kind of make it together and come together and show what you've done. I wouldn't do tutorials, though. That's the thing. I don't know that I want to do tutorials. So, just because there's so many stitches and so many styles and so many things that you can do with what I think, I would even do it. Well, I will consider the Afghan, the blankets, for sure. Maybe we could, I don't know. I do have a couple stitch samples that are tucked back behind this shelf thing. It's like, to try to get to it would be a comical scene for you guys, so I'm just not gonna. Hold on. So, Kimberly, are you still there? I think are you still there? I need your help on this pattern. So the row 1, it says it has to end with a single crochet. When I end row 2, I'm ending with a double crochet. Is that how I need to end all the rows from now on, is ending with a double crochet? Right? I got 2 rows done now. Because it says chain 2 and double crochet, so I just repeat row 2, it says. So just do what it says, right? Well, that's what I'm going to do. Do I really need to chain that 2, though? I don't like chaining 2 and then doing a stitch into the same stitch. So I'm going to do my double crochet like I always do, where I do a stack single crochet. Okay, the lemon peel stitch. Thank you, Jeremy. I was like, this reminds me of a lot of a stitch I've done recently. It's the lemon peel stitch. It is. It's double crochet, single crochet, double crochet. It's alternating the 2 stitches. So yeah, I think you are, well, hold on a second. But when I do, I must have done something wrong, because I'm going to do a single crochet into a single crochet now. Kimberly, this pattern is confusing me. You've slept since you made it. This is like not working the way, because it says it's working the seam from previous run. The seam is working the top. It's not working that way. Like, I must have done something wrong. Because I'm ending with a double crochet, and then when I turn and go back the other way, the same stitch is going to end up in the same stitch. Oh, was it Lisa? Are you're making a blanket with the silt stitch. Okay. Yeah, so the thing says that the double crochets are supposed to go into single crochets. But if I follow the pattern the way it's written, it doesn't work that way when I go to row 3. Maybe this wasn't something I should have started with, you guys. Because, yeah. I must have done something. I must have not paid attention. I might have to go back and look. Because it says double crochet in the same stitch after you chain 2 and then single in the next one. But that would put double and double, single and single. And oh, I am making this. So I'm currently working on the cowl part right here. So I can't technically show you guys the pattern. I mean, they obviously used a stitch pattern that's similar to like the lemon peel or whatever, but I did purchase this pattern, so I can't technically tell you guys exactly what it is. So, I don't know, I must have done something. It is on Etsy. It is called the Amara Turtleneck Scarf. The Easy Design. It is by theeasydesign.com. An original pattern from theeasydesign.com. So, that's their... It was like less than $4 for it, too. I think it was like $3.90 or something like that for the pattern. So, it is on Etsy. It came out in 2024, at least it's copyrighted in 2024. I had to have done something wrong for it to be, because it should be a single crochet in the end, I'm assuming. You did the Victoria 3 in one turtleneck scarf. Let's see, double, single, double, single, double, single, double, single. I mean, I was paying attention for the most part, I thought. Single, double, double, single, double, single. Single. And then oh, you know what I might have done wrong? Oh, so is this not the same one? Is it the other one then? The Victoria 3? So you did the Victoria 3. So there's another pattern out that looks like this? If you can find it and send it to me, Kimberly, that'd be amazing. I don't know if I have you as a friend on Facebook, though. Oh, so I must be doing the wrong one. You know what I might have done wrong, though? I did a double crochet in the chain, or that might be what I did wrong. The one you did was just half double in the back loop. Oh, well, that's definitely different than what I'm doing. So you work into, you double crochet into the third chain from the hook. So I'm wondering if that first chain 3 or that chain 2 at the beginning before your double crochet, that must be, you don't crochet into that. is what I'm guessing. Because then I'll have a single crochet. But I did a double crochet into the chain 2. But the chain 2 doesn't count as a thing. You know what? We're just gonna do this. I think I just tried to add a stitch where I didn't need to. I think that's what I did wrong. So I don't have to frog it. Yay! And then it works out right. Yay! Okay, I think that's what I'm doing wrong. We're gonna go with that. Well, I shared the wrong pattern then, Kimberly, on Marty's live the other night, so oopsies. We'll have to maybe fix that this next Sunday. I'll share the right one when you send it to me. Well, I'm gonna make this one. I already started. I'm gonna make this one. I am on row 3. So I'm repeating row 2. So, okay, so what I did is when I came to the end of row 2, I did a double crochet into, so, okay, the first stitch that you do of row 1 is a double crochet into the 3rd chain. So it leaves 2 chains, right? A chain 2 space, basically. I was treating that chain 2 space as a stitch. But when you do row 2, you chain 2 and double crochet into the same stitch at the beginning of row 2. So I'm guessing that I shouldn't have treated that chain 2 at the beginning of row 1 as a stitch. It's just a chain 2 just to get the height. I think that's what I did wrong, because if I take that double crochet out at the end that I did, the rows end up, the stitches end up on top of each other the correct way. So now I've got it going right. So now I'm doing a double into a single and a single into a double. Like I said, I'm just going to turn this channel into confuse the crap out of people show. Because I'm really good at that. I try to explain things, but unless you can visually see what I'm talking about, it doesn't make sense. And this isn't something I can actually, like, really show you, I guess. So back to the conversation. All right, so I believe it was Tammy. She wants to see maybe a blanket crochet along. Might have to do that. What I might do is write down my favorite stitches, my top 4 or 5 stitches. It is. I like it, Jeremy. It's turning out really pretty in this gray. So I'm excited to do this. I'll probably have this done long before his make-along is over. Samantha, I didn't see your question. I think you asked what row. I am technically on row 3 now. So I got it figured out. Excuse me. Okay, so we can do a blanket crochet along. Thank you. Thank you, Kimberly. Smooches and hugs. I appreciate you. So yeah. Now, my normal time is not going to be 9:30. No, I don't think I have tried Mosaic, Samantha. I would love to. I know you're really into it. You're working on a blanket. At least you were. What was I going to say before that? I squirreled right in the middle of my sentence. Oh, my normal time. So 9:30 is not going to be my normal time for a... Oh, we're at 59 minutes already. Holy guacamole, that hour went by fast. The last 10 minutes went by fast. So my normal time for this is going to be anywhere between 7:30 in the morning Central Time and 8:30 Central Time. So I would love to start going no later than 8:30. But the last couple mornings have just not worked out that way. So I've had to do 9:30. And plus my husband's home. So once he's back to work and we're back to a full, routine of things, it will probably be 8:30 at the absolute latest for the next couple weeks. And then but about mid-January to late January, I will know more and be able to tell you if I'm going to stick with 8:30 Central or if I'm going to move it up to 7:30. So that way we are done by 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I can start school with the kiddos no later than 9:30. So, yes, I am Central Time. I am in eastern Nebraska, the northeast corner of Nebraska. So, I'm going to finish this row 3, and then I will end the live with you guys, even though I don't want to. I could be on here forever. So, I'm bummed. Kim, I feel bad. Kim from Fortunate Creations, she schedules, she scheduled things when it works for her, and that's what we all push for is, we do things when it works for us. It's just I have my husband's sister and her husband were going to come up this last weekend, but they had a sick cat that they didn't want to leave at home and come home to dead when they got back, so they stayed home this last weekend. And then we found out this morning that they actually had to put the said cat down, so yesterday, so he had gotten sick and just wasn't going to recover. So unfortunately the poor guy had to get, or the poor kitty had to get put down yesterday. And so, but anyway, they're going to come up this weekend. So they should be here Friday evening when she's going live. And I felt bad that I can't go on panel with her. But I really do have family coming, I promise. Well, and hopefully they actually show up, because they are the family that, at the last minute will say, oh, hey, by the way, we're not going to make it. And we're like, oh, okay then. Thanks. So, anyway, there is row 3. That is looking amazing. Now, I should probably have done that first chain in a bigger hook. It's starting to kind of pucker a little bit at the bottom, but I think it'll be fine once I crochet it or make the cowl, or make the scarf part and attach it. So I'm gonna get off here and continue to work on this. I'm gonna contact the designer on my poncho through Etsy and hopefully get a response back from her soon. It is New Year's Eve, so I don't expect a whole lot of quick responses from people today, just because they could be out celebrating with their family or doing things, and it is a holiday. I don't expect quick responses when it's holidays. So let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Samantha, I don't necessarily go live every day, but I'm starting to consider doing it in the mornings like this. But it'll be, like I was saying, the time is just up in the air right now. And I do love and appreciate you all for, working with me and being there when I'm there. So that's what I have for you. I hope you guys have a fantastic and fun and safe New Year's Eve. And if it's New Year's Day for you guys, welcome 2025 to you guys. And I will see you guys on the next video. Don't forget, it's always a beautiful day to be kind and positive. Go make something beautiful and have fun while you're doing it. And I will see y'all on the next one. Have a great day. Bye, friends.